don't think I ever told this one. Back in the day, before entertainment, before all of that, I used to work for a union, and we would have, conferences and stuff. And we were working with Jesse Jackson, Rainbow Push Coalition. They have this annual thing in Chicago.
You done lived a life.
Oh,
by the way, God damn, you done lived a life.
Union. I was like,
I can tell you when I worked in probation too, but that's another story.
Wow.
In 3 years, that was some bullshit. No, but I found myself going to this conference, and I have a phobia that I don't even know if I've ever talked about, but I can't share the room with people. Like, I can't be paired up with people. I don't like being in the room, especially if I don't know you, and when you work for a union, sometimes they'll send you away on conferences. They'll put you in a room to share with a coworker. Yep. I don't, even if we work together, know each other, we friends at work, I don't want to, I need my space. I don't like that, whatever. So I go to this conference, they put me in a room with a pastor. This fucking nigga's praying and shit. You know, like, no, hold on. I understand. No, so I walk in, my gas. And the fucking pastor's there, and he gets on his knees and he starts praying. And
on his knees?
And I'm standing there. No, Bible's laid on the bed.
Oh, no.
He literally looked like Martin Luther King. He got on his knees and he started praying, right? And so I'm standing there.
They said, oh, hell no.
No, I'm standing there like, nigga, this is a long-ass prayer, right? So he stops praying. He's like, how you doing, young man? I'm like, I'm doing great, sir. How are you? Doing fine. I said, okay. How often do you pray? Well, I pray all throughout the day because the good Lord, I said, I understand. But I'm a heathen. I'm in Chicago. These niggas is out here. I'm about to go to the gay. I don't tell them I'm going to the gay club. So I go to the gay club and I am having a great time. I had a friend in Chicago. And long story short, we having a great time. We ended up getting fucked up. And I fucked him behind the club on a cardboard box. This is how pathetically addicted to being a whore I was. That's a horrible decision.
That's horrible.
Board box.
First of all,
at least the abandoned house is covered.
First of all, the way these knees are built at 45, I ain't getting on the ground. I ain't even getting on carpet at this point. Right? You know what I mean? And first of all, I don't even get on my knees like that. But I'm still a good time. So anyway, I come back from fucking this nigga behind the club in Chicago on the ground, on a cardboard box. And I still feel great about myself. I have high self-esteem, confidence, all the confidence in the world. And I'm going home, but there's a pastor there, right? So I come back, I walk in, the nigga is sitting up waiting for me to pray. And I said to him, and I looked him dead in his face.
No, you didn't.
And I said, no disrespect, I've been drinking. I just fucked somebody behind the club. I ain't about to sit here and pray. That nigga got up, got all his shit, he got the fuck out there. He was like, this guy. He made a whole thing. So now here come Jesse Jackson people. The next day, judging me and shit. Now, ain't y'all pastors? Because the Lord that I knew took whores in.
Look at you.
That's what he did.
Hello?
He did.
The Bible says no one sin is greater than another sin. So if you lied about your weight on your DMV license and I fucked somebody I just met behind a club, nigga, who going to hell? We both going to hell, apparently.
Sliding down the Lil Nas X pole.
So it's sort of like, I saw early on that, sometimes even the people in the church, they make horrible decisions in judging us sinners. But now, I don't know where that pastor is now, but that nigga, I ain't never seen a nigga get up and get his shit so fast. And
that is hilarious.
I just imagine the Bible being fumbled.
Oh, he was waiting up for me to pray. As soon as I walked in, he's sitting there. Like, what is you sitting up for? Like, sitting.
Hold on, wait. We got to go back to something.
And it's probably like 3 a.m. He
That's
is sitting.
3 a.m.?
He is sitting up. And I'm
waiting for you.
And I see him. And I'm like, what's up? He like, yo, I've just been waiting for you to pray. I said, nah, nigga, no. And I knew I'm about to give you something to go pray about. How about that? So run to your prayer closet.
When you said I don't get on my knees like that, do you mean you're not a giver or you just too bougie to?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm going to do whatever the situation calls for. I mean, I fucked in showers, bathtubs. I mean, I've lived a life. I've done it, and I still will do it because I'm a pleaser. So I want to please the person I'm with. I'm just saying, I'm not just gonna be on my knees, sucking dick and doing all types of shit just to be doing it. Have I done it? Will I do it? Of course. Am I a receiver, or what are you asking me? If I'm a top or a bottom?
No.
Shit, ask a direct question.
Look, no. I want to know, like, are you a giver? Because when you said I don't
giver
get my
of what?
Sucking dick.
Yeah, of course. But sucking dick or get my dick sucked, yeah, of course. I mean, I think if you are sexual woman or man, and you don't suck dick, you're trash.
You do give me top
Come on.
energy, bottom for love.
No.
Really?
No.
He said no.
And I'll tell you why I won't let nobody fuck me. And it's not because I'm afraid to get fucked or I think getting fucked hurts or whatever. It may be a good time. I mean, we all know
It is. It's cute.
we all know where a man's G-spot is. It's in his rectum. We know that. So, and I see the pleasure that I've given to a lot of people. And I know where it is. I know where the promised land is on a man.
So does the
But
pastor.
let's be clear. It's only because if you fuck me and you go and tell somebody you fucked me, the way that people be saying like, yo, I fucked her. I put all my dick in. I saw online yesterday, this man was online talking to people and he put his phone in his pocket and went and fucked a girl and let everybody hear it. I felt like that was such a violation.
Oh, no, that's such a
That
violation.
was so disrespectful. And I just feel like your private, intimate moments should be valued at a place where you don't hurt the other person. I've never fucked somebody and been like, yo, I fucked that nigga. Now, the nigga I told y'all that tried to extort me for money and all that, yeah, I told that story because he tried me. So since he wanted to put it out there, I just put my tea out there myself. But I pride myself in protecting people's privacy. I don't think I could handle
So
the
maybe
disrespect of
love.
somebody say, well, what does love mean? I've been in love and I fell out of love.
I mean, you're talking about having children, so marriage maybe, having the big wedding, maybe that'll be the day. But I do think vulnerability, most of my friends...
Being vulnerable don't mean you got to open up your asshole.
It doesn't. But I think that your response to it seems like it's a vulnerability
No.
thing.
I'm all for being vulnerable. I recently had somebody go and do an interview where they talked about us fucking, which again, I don't understand what that is, a clout or whatever. And they said something like, yeah, Jason wanted me to put my fingers in his ass. I said, listen, I'm not ashamed if I wanted somebody to put their finger in my ass. I'm not ashamed of that. However, I know that in 45 years, I've never asked anybody to put their fingers in my ass. Well, you were drunk. I said, well, if I was drunk and you put your fingers in my ass, that means you took advantage of me while I was passed out. And that's a conversation I'm willing to have.
Also, we're
I'm
gay.
willing to I'm willing,
Like, what the
but I'm
fuck?
willing to have that with the police, with the internet, with you. So what happened? Okay, great. Just want to be very clear because if you try to use me for clout, if you try to expose our personal, private, intimate moments for clout, that's the shit I can't handle.
I agree.
And that's why I'm very careful about the individual that I share that kind of experience with. But
Bobby Lights made me scared of that. Watching that show really...
I executive produced that show.
I know.
Yeah.
I was such a fan of watching it. I really enjoyed it. I loved that, there weren't any like, I'm scared to be gay stories. I kind of thought somebody would have that. Especially, was it Soul? Was that his name, Soul?
Oh, so yeah. So never really, but so if you go to his Twitter, I mean.
But just being happy about being who they are, that was great to see. But
I was mad they all talked. I watched all of them on OnlyFans and Twitter, and I was
mad.
like, fuck, this is ruining it for me. I don't want to hear y'all talk. Let me just see big ass dicks.
But I'm
they were
gonna tell you where Zeus fumbled the bag. I told them we need to do a charm school with that whole cast and bring in more, like,
Ooh, charm
and let
school.
me host that shit. I would have hosted it. I mean, we're still talking, but that cast was a shout out to
They were
everybody.
so terrible to Bobby.
Good.
It was a good cast.
It was a good
cast.
But only because I knew half of them.
And Roland Ray spitting on the other boy in the wheelchair.
was-
Hot Wheels.
it
Shout out to
was
Hot Wheels.
I watched it every
crazy.
night. I watched it twice. Every nigga that came over to fuck, I was like, come on, watch my show.
Well,
Nah,
and,
but-
and when I told Hot Wheels to roll out, the whole wheelchair community got upset. Roll out, nigga.
Not
Roll
they all,
up.
bitch, tell me again. And they all said, roll
That
out.
was funny.
She said that we had a guest on here with a wheelchair.
Hold
But
on,
you
that
tell
hoe
her-
tried me.
She did.
She said I couldn't suck dick. I said, bitch, I'll roll you out of here.
Hilarious.
But
You
I
did.
still liked her. But no,
Yeah, that was a great
Bobby
cast.
Lights being, I mean, just watching people who loved on him in one moment and then turn on him, I was so
Let
disgusted.
me tell
That's
you,
Yeah, that
you know,
was-
when you
that
do
was
like Love and
toxic.
Hip Hop, you do reality shows, you see how sometimes it feels scripted or that show was not scripted. I literally walk through the house every day like, hey, how you doing? I would come to set every day. First of all, I was executive producer. Like I was gonna be a passive executive producer, just put my name on it and like,
Yep.
cast whatever. But once I met the guys and I saw how great they were, I would come to set with bottles of 1942 and I'd be like, what's going on? And they'd be like, yo, that motherfucker
It was
over there
so-
was on Jack
so
looking
much
for weed. I'm
tea.
like, looking on Jack. Like, what about them? That motherfucker was sucking his dick. At
That
I'm like, for
motherfucker got
real?
a girlfriend waiting on him.
And then you know what I did? Walked to the next room. Did you hear what he did? I was gaslighting them all day. And as soon as them cameras came on, they was beating each other ass. Shout out to that cast. Y'all did a great job.
they were
Really
great.
good. No, they were really good.
Who impressed you the most on here?
On that show? You know what? I think Bobby's a star. I think Roland Ray's a star. Brought Roland Ray to Zeus. They impressed me. But in terms of like the cast,
No, I mean, I guess they're part of the cast. Bobby impressed me too. I wasn't
all
a Love
of
and
them.
Hip
I
Hop
think
fan.
they all did.
But Bobby was great. And I felt like I loved seeing him get emotional and seeing him cry. Like that to me made it feel real.
Because he went in really wanting to be in
Wanting
love.
to find love.
And he wanted to find love. Now, the reunion was a hot ass mess.
Oh, Island Boy had me
I'm not
And
tight.
gonna
because of that reunion,
That was a
I don't
mess.
plan on hosting any more reunions.
That
That's
was a
just not,
mess.
I'm good. Like,
I don't know how you weren't like, that was crazy. I was watching it on
It was nothing but fight. Like, it was pausing and fighting, and it was a lot.
That was the best show Zeus had. But Jocelyn, I guess, takes the cake. But it was the best show.
Well, I felt like they were fighting for something. They were fighting for love. And they literally were fighting for love. Dimitri was the star, the white boy who was the Italian.
remember.
Dimitri, the day I met, the first day I got there, off camera, he says, "Oh, I know who you are. I know who you are. I saw you on a flight before you were in Coach." I said, first of all,
What?
there's no coach shaming going on here.
Right.
But on JetBlue, I've never flown Coach. I've only flown Mint, so that's not true. I guess he was a flight attendant. And he was trying to read me off camera. I said, "Let me tell you something. I'm not a part of this cast. The security ain't gonna hold me back. So you watch your mouth. Like I'm really about all that action you want." And so then the whole cast turned on him right then. Before they even said- That's how it started. They were like, first of all, don't disrespect, like, because the cast gave me a lot of respect.
Did
They
you
were
ever
like,
notice that because it was a black show, it was a white dude named Dimitri? They all called him Demetrius.
But I called him Demetrius.
I
I thought this was a nigga name.
You EPing that show, and you also being in therapy and wanting love. Would you have people
Don't
fight
even-
for love
no.
for you?
He said, "Don't even finish your sentence, bitch."
Don't even finish
You're
that
like-
statement. Do not, because words have power in the manifestation.
Look.
What happened? No, they've approached me about doing a dating show. I said to Zeus, first thing you're going to do is bring a midget. And everybody knows I'm afraid.
Should we bleep it?
I'm
No,
afraid.
You know, listen, we're not bleeping that shit. They done came at me.
I don't give a fuck about y'all. I had a midget on my show once. I said, hop up here, let's talk. I did talk, whatever. Here's the deal. You're going to offend somebody. Okay?
Always. So let's offend everybody.
Just fuck it. Whatever.
No, but the
get your
little
little
person
ass in
community-
here and listen to what I'm saying, motherfucker. Okay. No, if I date, what they're gonna do is they're gonna find all the people that I do not want to date, and I gotta go on a date with them.
But you should have Bobby help you because you got Bobby some fine ass niggas.
Where we gonna order? Like, what we go?
Stop it.
I'm gonna bring a high chair. Now here we are. No, and then now my
A
whole
booster
brand.
seat.
Yeah, now my whole brand's fucked up because I done got into it with a midget. This person hit my knees and shit, and I'm trying to explain. No.